So the third superpower is know thyself. The fourth is right effort, or another way of saying that might be, working wisely, or forget thyself.
One of my favorite quotes with Kobe is one game early on when I was working with the Lakers. Before a game, I said to Kobe, the best way to score is not to try to score. And in that first quarter, he had 16 points without trying.
Yeah, but if I was Kobe, which clearly I'm not, if I was Kobe and you told me the best way to score is not to try to score, I wouldn't get off the bench.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing about not playing. See, you made a jump from playing and not trying to score to not playing at all. Because what you're saying is, okay, I am trying to score, so if I can't score, then I don't exist. That's not true. What is true is that if you what I'm saying is just open up and let the game come to you. But it's not, once again, it sounds passive, but it's not, because you have to actively keep yourself out of it, because your habit pattern is, no, I got to make this happen, or here's an opportunity, there's an opportunity. So if you're looking for opportunities and you're thinking about how you're going to score, you're not present.
You quote Bruce Lee saying, be like water.
Be like water.
Is this what he was referring to?
Yes, he was referring to the idea is water seeks its own level. It just goes with it and wears things down just by flowing. Just flow with it. Just go with it. And it doesn't mean you accept it, but you go with it. By accepting it and seeing it, now you know how to work around it, or you'll wear it down. Okay, I'll give you a better example. I've been trying to write a book for 20 years. When I stopped trying to write a book, it wrote itself.
But it didn't literally write itself. I mean, you actually had to write the book at some point.
Yeah, but I had to get out of the way so it would write.
But just because I'm curious, because on the book thing, as somebody who's tried to write books, your intention all along, both before and after you were trying, quote unquote, was to write a book.
Right.
But what did you do differently?
I got out of the way.
And then what happened? Because you still had to sit down and write.
Yeah, well, because I took off the filter, I was looking at the process through a filter, right? I got rid of the filter. And then because there was filters work because they let you see some things, but they don't let you see other things. So what I was seeing was not enough. I was like this. When I took off the filters and it was like that, then it became clear how I needed to do things, what needs to happen. How many times are you thinking about, okay, I want a word, I want to do something, and then you give it to your subconscious, you say, okay, I need a story. You go to sleep, you wake up, you got a story. Where did it come from? Exactly. That's my point. It came from out here instead of from in here, because in here it's there, but you're not seeing it because there's too much noise and clutter.
I think I know what you're saying now, because I'll give you an example that Joseph Goldstein talks about. Users of the Apple know Joseph. He says that when he's writing books or when he's working hard on anything, he'll get to a point where he's just kind of frustrated. He can't figure out what the next move is.
Right.
That's when he walks away and sits.
That's right.
And then often he finds that the answer just comes to him.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So for me, I would write stuff and then put it aside for 6 months. Then I go back and look at it and say, oh, this is pretty good. Who wrote that? Because I get to a point and then I would try to do things. And then once I realized that, no, if I can do that and just allow it and then keep at it, but so the constancy, but not with this energy, more like, okay, let's see what happens. Okay, there's a little, I'm at that point. I just got to let go and come back to it, but always come back to it. Hi, this is George. Welcome to this meditation session. So right effort is about changing the mindset or changing the attitude to a positive mindset or mind state. It's really simple. We talk about the 4 right efforts: to abandon anger when it arises. That's 1. Number 2 is you prevent anger from arising in the first place. The 3rd right effort is to figure out how to arise or bring into existence one of these positive mind states. The 4th part of that is bringing, not only when that mind state comes into existence, how do you maintain it and perfect it? So that's what right effort is about. The actual effort is a reflection of the energy, the mental energy. So we're talking about mental effort. So if you don't see something as doable, And if you don't have the faith that what you're doing is going to get you the results you want, you're not going to make the effort. So right effort is really about putting your mind into a mind state where you are hopeful, optimistic, confident. So it's about changing the energy and from which you are operating, from which you are seeing. Viktor Frankl talked about this with his concentration camp experience. It doesn't matter. They can imprison me, but they cannot take my mind. I can choose the attitude I have towards unavoidable suffering. We can do that when we have space between stimulus and response. So what that means is that as long as you can find a ray of hope, then you get more confidence and you'll make more of an effort. So as we begin this meditation, settling down, sitting, finding your seat, whether it's in a chair or a cushion, in a relaxed posture. The idea is just to tune into the body as a whole and is kind of scanning down from the top of the head, our temples, space in between the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the tongue. Coming down the back of the head and feeling the back of the neck. Coming down to the shoulders and the underarms, the whole arms, the upper arms, the lower arms, the sternum and the chest, the belly. Coming down, just relaxing, just being at ease, alert, and relaxed. The pelvic region and the pelvic girdle, the genitals, the upper legs, the knees, all the way down, the lower legs, the feet, and the toes, the ankles. Just feeling the whole body being relaxed and alert. As we breathe in and as we breathe out, we can feel the body as a whole. And we can sense the fact that we are sitting and breathing. We are breathing and sitting. And when the mind gets engaged in other activities, that we're able to gently remind ourselves that we have formed the intention to be with the body, be with the breath. And we can just mentally note, thinking if we're engaged in thinking, we're not trying to achieve any goal or state of mind. We're just settling back in this relaxed, alert receptivity of allowing all the objects to come and go and allowing ourselves to be with wherever we most vividly experience the breath. And that as we breathe in and breathe out, we're able to just let go and relax of any unnecessary tension that may be in the body. This receptivity of allowing things to come and go, the breath, the sensations in the body, any thoughts or sounds that may enter into our awareness. Just allow them to just float on through. There's no need to grasp or engage, just allowing. And as we're sitting and breathing and knowing it, if you happen to be distracted by something that is pulling your awareness away from the body and the breath in a way where no matter how much you try to let go, it keeps coming back. You can create space for it by just allowing it to be there. Just acknowledge it. Tune into the body and see if there's a way of feeling the sensations of that thought or that sound, that image. You're not trying to get rid of it. You're just noticing it. You're paying attention to it. You're feeling it in your body, being aware of the bare sensations, whether it's pulling, twisting, hot or cold, or maybe not feeling anything in particular at all. That's okay as well. Just letting it be. And after you've given it some attention, and you can just let that go, consciously let it go, and then going back to the belly, going back to the body as a whole, and just being with the body and the breath. Feeling the breath, sensations as we breathe in and as we breathe out. Remembering the body, remembering the breath, and we're right there. This gentle way of just settling back, resting in the body, resting in the breath, and allowing thoughts, images, sounds, sensations that come and go. Just noticing, and at times when we're distracted by them, just mentally noting sound or hearing. And just by remembering the breath, remembering the body, we're there. so that there's this gentle ease, this gentle resting and allowing. Sitting and breathing and knowing it. And when you're ready, just breathing in. And when you breathe out, letting go of the body, letting go of the breath, letting them dissolve in the background, and gently and slowly opening your eyes and bringing your awareness into the room. And thanking ourselves for taking this time to be with ourselves in this gentle way. When I came into this practice, I had a lot of chronic pain, and I had this lone warrior energy, which means that I would sit on the cushion and my knee would hurt, and I'd sit through it because I thought I had to move through it, and it was wrong effort because I was greedy. I wanted to be enlightened yesterday. I'd be trying to do concentration, and I'd concentrate so hard I get a headache. Just moving ahead without any compassion for myself or any sensitivity to, my knee hurts. Maybe I shouldn't move it. Maybe I should do something else. So for years, I struggled with the wrong effort, which means that I was trying too hard. I wanted it too badly. When that energy is driving you to the point where you're always looking to see how you're doing, you're not present to what you're doing. One day I was reading about right effort, and the word enthusiasm was in there. And I said, well, where's that word been? I've never seen that before. Then I started realizing that my practice wasn't evolving the way I felt it should, and I was just efforting too much. I was, giving myself a headache, and I just said, dude, you're making this way too hard. So it came to me that there was an easier, softer way. So that means I can have the strong intention, but the process has to be one that's allowing, one that goes with the flow. This is the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.